Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Rodar Doing Things. I got a special video that I've been cooking up in my brain, and I really hope it's worth me keeping it in my brain all this time. We're gonna be bullying children. So, I'm on, as you can see, the Wayback Machine on the Internet Archive of the Hasbro website. Oh, and you know, we've got a surprising amount of functionality left on this, to be honest, because you got nice little, you got, you know, your metal trigger, you've got your rock bison, that one, what, your flame pegasuses, your Geigars. So one of the first things that I will be looking at is this Q&A section, the frequently asked questions, and it blew my mind. People have been complaining about how bad Hasbro are compared to Takara well, Takara at the time, I guess, forever. Like, we've always been, even though in Plastic Gen they like did some pretty decent stuff, like they reinforced attack rings, made them like more usable and less prone to breakage. So it's a surprise to see, you know, why can't Hasbro make the same high quality Beyblade toys as Takara? And then they say, you know, we're providing safe and fun toys. We manufacture them in the same quality, care and precision, but we live to higher standards, basically, you know. I mean, they say different, but, you know, you're saying safe, so this clearly means that Japan's not very safe. You've got, why doesn't Metal Trigger have a heavy metal core? And they say, well, we designed it with an engine gear core, giving it superior speed and overall higher performance, which is not true, because the heavy metal core is literally one of the like most essential pieces if you were gonna do competitive stuff, you know. It's like, it's just flat out better. Why did you change the name of Gaia Dragoon to Strata Dragoon? I liked Gaia Dragoon better. Why is it Beyblades never seem to fit in the HMS launchers? And this is where you get the idiots who are like, why doesn't the thing work? And it's like, well, it's because it's not designed for that. It's a different product line, you idiot. I'm assuming most of these ones are not kids. These seem like the me now Beyblade, give me a second. Me now Beyblade in burst of plastic jet. Me, if I was me now in Plastic Gen, I'd be like, why did Hasbro choose to release engine gear and HMS Beyblade tops before the G2 and V2 series? Why'd you do that? What's going on? And then they'd tell me something like, G2 and V2 are part of the V4 series, which we did a few of those, so we want to make sure you have the latest stuff, you know, not the oldest stuff. Okay, bud. Or maybe Trigger V2. I don't know what they didn't release, to be honest. It's weird to me that they didn't release all V2s or something. Like, what does that mean? What did they not release? Why are you releasing Season 3 tops long before Season 3's even begun? Seems like you're always rushing your releases. That's like a far cry from what they do now. We're like, okay, we're done with bursts, and they're like, hello, it's time to release Wind Knight stadiums. What's the problem with Hasbro's Bay Stadium? The slopes are incorrect, and the pockets really mess up my plan of attack. See, I mean, that's like, this isn't like a 6-year-old, this one's like a 17-year-old. That's like, bro, I'm really competitive, and you've really messed up. This toy, not perfect. This toy, children would play with this, but, you know, there are no problems with Hasbro Space Stadiums. They're just built different. Will you be having a Tornado Ridge? No. My engine gear is too small for the base stadium. It won't work properly. Listen, buddy. They were designed and tested to perform well in the current base stadiums. You're doing something wrong. What's the problem with Hasbro's Beyblade tournaments? Why can't they be more competitive and better organised, like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering? It's a decent question. Organised tournament play requires a considerable amount of resources. We would have to spend money on it, and if you know us, that's not our style, mate. We put the money into bringing the Beyblades over here, and so clearly we don't have any of the money to put into getting people to have stuff to do with them. Why can't there be tournament for kids 15 and old? that's a good question. The official tournaments are designed for 8 to 14-year-olds, which are the core Beyblade user. You just really gotta rub it in my face, buddy. How do I obtain replacement parts for my Beyblade? You may send us an email requesting the parts you need. Did you send you replacement parts? Bro, that's pretty cool. If I use a Magnacore Beyblade with a magnetic base stadium in a battle against an ordinary Beyblade, will I have an unfair advantage? Depends, mate. Right, that's only the start of this video, alright? When I said we were bullying children, I mean we are bullying children. I was like 6 when at this point, you know, so technically I'm bullying myself. If I was doing Beyblade, to be honest, I probably would have been bullied by the people that put these in. So really, I'm getting revenge. You know, like, hey, what these are? User submitted combos that Hasbro deemed worthy of putting on the website. Beyblade strategies for defensive Beyblades. To have the ultimate defense, use Drasil S's base, Metal Drasil / Galman's weight disc, and Galman's attack ring. I'll give you 10 on defense, which is the highest you can get, which is true, so true. It'll give you quite a lot of endurance as well. Only has a 3 on attack though. So if you like roaming around the arena, then don't make this one. I'm just currently thinking, I think I'm going to pull up the Plastics DB. Very good. Because what I learned the first time I went through the winning combos is that they just throw out any name for what they have on this sort of stuff. They're just like, yeah, it's a weight disc from this guy. Oh, I don't know what that is. So Metal Drasil, that looks like an 8 heavy. That's an 8 heavy. So Galman, 8 heavy, metal ball base. I mean, it probably would be pretty alright, to be fair. Here's a quick tip. Use lots of defense and endurance, and a little attack, especially against attack types. That should give you a lot of endurance to outspend the opponent while using the defense of the opponent's attack. Yep. Yeah, that's the plan. You didn't really give a tip. If you're going to battle against an attack type, it's good to use a weight like from dranzer S for defense. So when you get hit, you don't go spinning right into the pit. And also using a heavy weight, your Beyblade top will spin for longer too. That's my strategy, and I win nearly all my battles. Right, what does dranzer S have? 8 ballots. That's not the heaviest one. I mean, you know, they kind of specifically, they have one called heavy for their weight. I find a good strategy is, if you have a defense style top, to pull the ripcord as hard as you can. See, a lot of people don't tell you this one. A lot of people will tell, if you launch hard, the Beyblade goes fast. It's something, it takes a long time to find that one out. The intense speed deflects your opponent's attacks, dealing heavy damage to their top. The strategy targets your opponent's weight disc, sending his/her Beyblade out of control. It's not, you can't just say it targets your opponent's weight disc. You just are spinning fast. And this one's a controversial one, but Hasbro deemed it worthy to put it on the website. Launch your Beyblade top just after your opponent, and it will hopefully get the advantage by knocking it from the air. 50-50 chance. Sniping is a very controversial practice. Let's move on to attack. If you have an attack type, hold the launcher slightly forward, giving you a strong, powerful attack launch. So assume they mean tilt it forward so that you know you're hitting the slope to do a flower pattern. A great way to size down your enemies is to wait 2 seconds. Okay, so it's cheat. Again, for the best attack blade, I would use High Tier 2. Weight disc from Galleon, their heaviest one. Blade base from Seaborg. Left spin gear, alright for defense. You know, High Tier 2, 8 heavy. Presumably Seaborg base. Not inverted. I'm kind of curious. Anyway, for the best Blade, use Gallery for a powerful attack. Messenger Seal's weight disc. I think that's again 8 heavy. And the dranzer S Blade Bliss to stay in place and wait for the opponent to attack and let him get a surprise. So far, I'm noticing a lot of these attack combos are very stationary. Yep. This guy is a pro. Sorry, I already read this one in my head. When customizing the Beyblade top, use the blade base of dranzer, weight disc and attack ring of Galsley. Trust me, I am a pro with 10 tawny tournament wins. Well, clearly we are not the pros because there's only one dranzer blade base. And if you were pro, then you'd know which one it is, so get good, really. I always use the biggest attack ring with the heaviest weight ring I have, so my opponent can't hit my weight disc and send me out of control. Next, I use an attack base for heavy hitting. Good luck with this tip. You didn't really give much of a tip. You just said I use big and heavy. I mean, big and heavy, I guess, is a tip. I suppose when you are playing against your opponent, you should quickly look at their Beyblade top, and that's how you know where his/her blade is going to go, and you can win. Which, I mean, that is sort of true. Keep in mind that your opponent, when you're playing attack, may avoid the center. You know, I mean, that's a decent tip. My strategy is with the Dragoon Storm. Oh, we've gone from a slight cheat to my strategy is with a Dragoon Storm to wait 5 seconds after the other player is launched and then shoot mine at the wall, and this method increases the speed to make my Beyblade top move even faster than the other player, which will knock the other Beyblade top out of the battle zone and win you the game. So you literally you just launch 5 seconds later. It's simple. I don't know why more people don't do it. Now this guy, this is another smart one. He's correct onto something here. I think customizing might be the key to making a good Beyblade. Using the base of dranzer, the weight disc of driger, and the attack ring of dranzer, the one dranzer, the one driger, the dranzer. Sorry, I really would love to like recreate some of these, but it's just complete guess of what they were talking about. And that's why it's like, how is this something that Hasbro like put on a website? They didn't like get this email and then go, can you clarify something? What are you talking about? Which dranzer base, buddy? Which driger disc? There's like 4 of them. We'll just put it onto the website. You know, I get it. It's just meant to be like a fun thing. You're like, oh, we're giving the kids like, oh, your Beyblade's on the website. Oh, it must be really good. It's like pinning it up on the fridge. But you know, I just want to see what cool combos they'd made. But they don't even tell me. Anyway, ultimate combo, dranzer S/dranzer F attack ring, and the spare attack ring that comes with Galsley for the best attack ever. Hello, editing Rhoda here to tell you I tried to see if you could force that on somewhere, and I genuinely have no idea how they would have done that. It does not work. It's just completely illegal, and Hasbro decided to put that up on their website. Another one that's just cheat. First, you look at which direction your opponent is shooting his/her Beyblade top, and you launch your Beyblade in the opposite direction and make sure that the Beyblade hits the wall. Your Beyblade will speed across the arena and smash up theirs. What's this obsession with hitting the wall? Is this like an anime thing? Does Tyson just go, look at him, get him right into a wall? Does he do that? I mean, I won't put it past him. Use a sharp attack ring, put razors on your Beyblade, and a heavyweight disc, and it will kill your opponent. Always use your writing hand because it is more powerful, unless your opponent uses a Dragoon Storm. Pull you launcher hard, but not so hard that you'll miss the stadium. Use a electric or deluxe launcher, unless your opponent uses dranzer. Be confident in yourself. It works. I mean, it's probably true. The last bit specifically, I don't know about literally any of the rest of it. I mean, you know, use your dominant hand sharp. I don't know why Dragoon Storm changes that. I suppose you don't want to miss the stadium. That is true. You can use an electric launcher unless your opponent uses dranzer. I don't know why there's that stipulation on that. Next one. Launch Beyblade top after a turn. Hold upside down, then quickly turn over and launch. This gives it a back and forth pattern, which works best with attack types. With rubber blade bases, it's a good way to beat defense types. You don't need to do the hold upside down, you can just tilt it forward. You just tilt it like towards you a little bit, you know, you don't need to, I mean, it's style points. I suppose like if somebody did this, and this goes with the be confident, see, this is why they put them on the website. If you're confident in yourself, you go whole ham with the flip your hand launch technique your opponent. They're like, whew, I thought I was a pro Beyblader. I knew what the dranzer base was, but I never saw this. I didn't see this coming. You win. Combination for good attack, endurance, weight disc and blade base of Master Dranzer, and for endurance, the attack ring of Wing Attacker for a good attack. Oh, you know what I mean? Actually, Wing Attack is one of those where I just really want to use that. So, for my tip, use a blade base of Wyborg, the left spin gear and attack ring of Dragoon F, weight disc of Dranzer F. I have quite a few tips for blade blading. My first one is that the Beyblade types are like rock, paper, scissors, yes. So true. Keep a Beyblade of every type in your pockets. My tip is I look at what's in the leaflet and find the best parts from it and put them together. I don't combine my Beyblade top. I choose my Beyblade according to the Beyblade that my opponent uses. I will descend down the list of blades that I have, each matching the opponent or defeating the opponent. I don't need combos, they disappoint me. What I like to do is customize my own. Yes, that's the point of this entire section. My favorite customization is the fusion of 3 of my 5. I combine Metal Seal base, weight disc of Spark Knight, ooh, and the attack ring of Dragoon S. I call it the Hurricane. Thank you for reading my message, Mike. You know, and I can't hear that one. They wrote things down in a readable manner. When you buy a thing, it tells you what they do. Use that. When you use a custom Beyblade, use Dranzer's blade base, Dragoon S weight ring, and weight disc and attack ring. Once you launch, it'll stay balanced for a long time. If you use a strong endurance blade base and a high defense weight disc, and you combine that with a powerful attack ring, it'll be almost unbeatable. If you're a jack of all trades, you'll be a master of all. Endurance. Blade base of Drasil S, weight ring of Metal Drasil, and the attack ring of Master Drasil. I'm kind of interested in that one. That's probably like not too bad. I'm new to the world of Beyblade. My friend got me started on them. I haven't won much. It's a good thing you're in the strategy guide. Well, I believe that's it. I appreciate anyone who has made it this far in the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in a bit.